Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, if anyone sins without intent in any of the things which Jehovah has commanded not to be done, and does any of them, if the anointed priest sins so as to bring guilt on the people, then let him present a bull of the herd without blemish to Jehovah for a sin offering for his sin that he committed. And he shall bring the bull in the entrance of the tent of meeting before Jehovah, and he shall lay his hand on the head of the bull and slaughter the bull before Jehovah. And the anointed priest shall take some of the blood of the bull and bring it into the tent of meeting. And the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle some of the blood 7 times before Jehovah in front of the veil of the sanctuary. And the priest shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar of fragrant incense before Jehovah, which is in the tent of meeting. And all the rest of the blood of the bull he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And all the fat of the bull of the sin offering he shall take off from it, the fat that covers the inward parts, and all the fat that is upon the inward parts, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is on the loins, and the appendage upon the liver, which he shall remove with the kidneys, as it is taken off from the ox of the sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall burn them on the altar of burnt offering. And the skin of the bull, and all its flesh, with its head and with its legs, and the rest of its inward parts, and its dung, that is, all the rest of the bull, he shall bring out to a clean place, outside the camp where the ashes are poured out, and burn it on wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out, it shall be burned. Now if the whole assembly of Israel errs, and the matter escapes the notice of the congregation, and they have done any of the things which Jehovah commanded not to be done, and become guilty, and when the sin which they have committed becomes known, the congregation shall present a bull of the herd for a sin offering, and bring it before the tent of meeting. And the elders of the assembly shall lay their hands on the head of the bull before Jehovah, and one shall slaughter the bull before Jehovah. And the anointed priest shall bring some of the blood of the bull to the tent of meeting. And the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before Jehovah in front of the veil. And some of the blood he shall put upon the horns of the altar which is before Jehovah, that is, in the tent of meeting. And all the rest of the blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And all its fat he shall take off from it, and burn it on the altar. Thus shall he do with the bull, just as he did with the bull of the sin offering, so shall he do with this. And the priest shall make expiation for them, and they will be forgiven. And he shall bring the bull outside the camp and burn it as he burned the first bull. It is a sin offering for the congregation. When a ruler sins and does without intent any one of all the things which Jehovah his God, has commanded not to be done, and becomes guilty, If his sin in which he has sinned is made known to him, he shall bring for his offering a male goat without blemish, and he shall lay his hand on the head of the goat and slaughter it in the place where they slaughter the burnt offering before Jehovah. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and the rest of its blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering. And all its fat he shall burn on the altar, like the fat of the sacrifice of peace and offerings, of peace offerings. And the priest shall make expiation for him on account of his sin, and he will be forgiven. And if any one of the common people sins without intent by doing any one of the things which Jehovah has commanded not to be done and becomes guilty, if his sin which he has committed is made known to him, he shall bring for his offering a female goat without blemish for his sin which he has committed. And he shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering and slaughter the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering. And the priest shall take some of its blood with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and all the rest of its blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar. And all its fat he shall remove, just as the fat is removed from the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn it on the altar for a satisfying fragrance to Jehovah. And the priest shall make expiation for him, and he will be forgiven. And if he brings a lamb as his offering for a sin offering, he shall bring it, a female without blemish. And he shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering and slaughter it for a sin offering in the place where they slaughter the burnt offering. And the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and all the rest of its blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar, and all its fat he shall remove, just as the fat of the lamb is removed from the sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall burn them on the altar upon Jehovah's offerings by fire. And the priest shall make expiation for him concerning his sin that he has committed, and he will be forgiven. And if anyone sins when he hears the voice of adjuration, and he is a witness, either saying or knowing about a matter, if he does not speak up, then he shall bear his iniquity. Or if anyone touches any unclean thing, whether the carcass of an unclean animal, or the carcass of unclean cattle, or the carcass of unclean swarming things, and it escapes his notice, and he is unclean, then he will be guilty. Or if he touches the uncleanness of man, whatever his uncleanness is with which he becomes unclean, and it escapes his notice, when he comes to know it, then he will be guilty. Or if anyone swears rashly with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatever it is that a man utters rashly with an oath, and it escapes his notice, when he comes to know it, then he shall be guilty in one of these things. And when he is guilty in one of these things, he shall confess that in which he has sinned, and he shall bring his trespass offering to Jehovah for his sin which he has committed, a male from the flock, or a female from the flock, a sheep or a goat, as a sin offering, and the priest shall make expiation for him on account of his sin. And if he cannot afford a lamb, then he shall bring as his trespass offering to Jehovah for that in which he has sinned 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them to the priest, who shall present first that which is for the sin offering. And the priest shall wring off its neck at the front of its neck, but shall not sever it. And you shall sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering upon the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be drained out at the base of the altar. It is a sin offering. And he shall offer the second as a burnt offering according to the ordinance, and the priest shall make expiation for him on account of his sin which he has committed, and he will be forgiven. But if he cannot afford 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he shall bring as his offering for that which he has sinned the 10th of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, nor put any frankincense upon it, for it is a sin offering. And he shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take a handful of it as its memorial portion, and burn it on the altar, upon Jehovah's offering by fire. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall make expiation for him concerning his sin that he has committed in any one of these things, and he will be forgiven, and the rest shall be the priest's, like the meal offering. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, if anyone acts unfaithfully and sins without intent in the holy things of Jehovah, then he shall bring his trespass offering to Jehovah, a ram without blemish out of the flock according to your valuation in silver by shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary for a trespass offering. And he shall make restitution for the holy thing in which he has sinned. And he shall add to it 1/5 part of it and give it to the priest. And the priest shall make expiation for him with the ram of the trespass offering, and he will be forgiven. And if anyone sins and does not, and if anyone sins and does any one of the things which Jehovah has commanded not to be done, though he did not know, he is still guilty and shall bear his iniquity. And he shall bring to the priest a ram without blemish out of the flock according to your valuation for a trespass offering. And the priest shall make expiation for him concerning the matter in which he erred without intent and did not know, and he will be forgiven. It is a trespass offering. He is certainly guilty before Jehovah. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, if anyone sins and acts unfaithfully against Jehovah and deceives his associate in regard to a deposit or a security or by a robbery, or has extorted from his associate, or has found a lost item and lied about it, if he has sworn falsely in any one of all these things a man may do and sin thereby, then if he has sinned and is guilty, he shall restore that which he took by robbery, or the thing which he got by extortion, or the deposit which was entrusted to him, or the lost item which he found, or anything about which he has sworn falsely. He shall even restore it in full, and shall add to it 1/5 part of it. He shall give it to the one to whom it belongs. On the day he is found guilty, he shall bring to Jehovah his trespass offering, a ram without blemish, out of the flock according to your valuation for a trespass offering. To the priest he shall bring it, and the priest shall make expiation for him before Jehovah, and he will be forgiven for any of the things which he may have done so as to be guilty. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the burnt offering. The burnt offering shall be on the hearth on the altar all night until the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be kept burning on it. And the priest shall put on his linen garment, and his linen trousers he shall put on his flesh, and he shall take up the ashes to which the fire has consumed the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them beside the altar. Then he shall take off his garments and put on other garments, and carry the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. And the fire on the altar shall be kept burning on it. It must not go out. And the priest shall burn wood on it every morning. And he shall lay the burnt offering in order upon it, and shall burn the fat of the peace offerings on it. Fire shall be kept burning on the altar continually. It shall not go out. And this is the law of the meal offering. The sons of Aaron shall present it before Jehovah before the altar. And one shall take up from it his handful of the fine flour of the meal offering, and of its oil, and all the frankincense which is on the meal offering. And he shall burn it on the altar for a satisfying fragrance, as its memorial portion to Jehovah. And what is left of it Aaron and his sons may eat. It shall be eaten without leaven in a holy place. In the court of the tent of meeting they shall eat it. It shall not be baked with leaven. I have given it as their portion of my offerings by fire. It is most holy like the sin offering and like the trespass offering. Every male among the children of Aaron shall eat of it. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations. From Jehovah's offerings by fire, whoever touches them shall be holy. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, This is the offering of Aaron and of his sons, which they shall present to Jehovah in the day when he is anointed, the tenth of an ephah of fine flour for a continual meal offering, half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. On a flat plate it shall be prepared with oil. When it is mixed, you shall bring it as a meal offering of baked pieces. You shall present it as a satisfying fragrance to Jehovah. And the priest anointed to be in his place from among his sons shall prepare it. It shall be a perpetual statute. It shall be wholly burned to Jehovah. And every meal offering of the priest shall be wholly burned. It must not be eaten. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the law of the sin offering, in the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered. The sin offering shall be slaughtered before Jehovah. It is most holy. The priest who offers it for sin shall eat it. In a holy place it shall be eaten, in the court of the tent of meeting. Whoever touches its flesh shall be holy. And when any of its blood splashes on a garment, you shall wash whatever was splashed in a holy place. But the earthen vessel in which it is boiled shall be broken. And if it is boiled in a bronze vessel, it shall be scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It is most holy. And any offering of which some of the blood is brought into the tent of meeting to make expiation in the holy place shall not be eaten. It shall be burned with fire.